Very good morning everyone. Myself Akila, Assistant Professor in EIE Department. Today we are discussing about electronic devices and circuits lab. So in that the main objective of this lab is to learn about the active components like PN junction diode and transistors. Okay, and the application of this PN junction diode and transistor. Okay, so in that the first experiment is PN junction diode characteristics. PN junction diode characteristics. The main aim of this experiment is to plot the characteristics of PN junction diode in forward bias mode and in reverse bias mode. Okay, so first of all, this is the PN junction diode symbol. P, and this one is the P terminal and this one is N terminal. So in that the two biasing modes are there. So in the forward bias and reverse bias. So what is mean by forward bias? Forward bias is nothing but this P terminal is connected to positive terminal of the battery and N terminal is applied to negative terminal of the battery. This is forward bias circuit. Okay, so what happened in the forward bias? So when we are increasing this voltage, when we are applying this voltage to the PN junction diode, then what happened? This P terminal is nothing but positive. So this positive terminal, this one is also positive terminal. So positive terminal, it has majority carriers are holes. P terminal has majority carriers are holes. So both poles are ripples. Then what happened? So negative terminal is connected to N terminal is connected to negative terminal of the battery. So when we are giving this negative terminal to the N terminal, then these two holes and these two electrons, majority carriers in N terminal is electrons. So electrons are connected to this N terminal. So when both these two also ripples, then these holes are moved to N side and these electrons are moved to P side. Then the junction width is decreased. Complete junction width is decreased. Then diode conducts. From which voltage the diode will conduct is nothing but that voltage is called as cut-in voltage. From which voltage the diode will be conduct is nothing but that voltage is called as cut-in voltage. Okay, so when we are increasing this voltage, the diode conducts. So see here, this is the characteristics. So when we are increasing this applied voltage, then the diode current also increase like this. Okay, this is the forward bias characteristics. Forward bias characteristics. This is the operation of PN junction diode. Next, what is the procedure? Experimental procedure. So see here, this one is regulated power supply and this one is voltmeter and ammeter. By varying this RPS, regulated power supply, this range is 0 to 30 volts. By varying this RPS, you can note down the values of voltmeter and ammeter. You can note down the values of voltmeter and ammeter readings. Okay, by using that values, you can plot the graph. Okay, so x-axis is V, that is voltage, y-axis is current, that is in milliamperes. Okay, by varying this RPS values, you can note down the voltmeter and ammeter reading. Okay, by using that readings, you can draw the graphs. Okay, so this is the tabular column. So this is RPS reading. When we are increasing this RPS, this voltmeter and ammeter readings also increased. By using these two values, you can note down the graph. Okay, after that you can point out the cut-in voltage. So what is mean by cut-in voltage? Cut-in voltage is nothing but from which voltage the diode will be conduct. Okay, that is nothing but cut-in voltage. That is normally 0.3 volts for germanium and 0.7 volts for silicon. Okay, this is the operation and the experimental procedure of forward bias circuit. Next, in reverse bias, what happened in reverse bias? In reverse bias, this P terminal is connected to negative terminal of the battery and N terminal is connected to positive terminal of the battery. This is nothing but reverse bias connection. Okay, so what happened in the reverse bias? This positive terminal, this P terminal has majority carriers are holes and these holes are attracted towards the negative terminal side, and this N terminal has majority carriers are electrons. These electrons are attracted towards the positive terminal of the battery. Then what happened? The junction width of PN junction is increased. Junction width of PN junction is increased. So there is no current flow in the PN junction diode. There is no current flow in the PN junction diode. That's why theoretically there is no current flow here. Zero. When we are increasing this voltage, there is no current. But practically few microamperes current flow in practically. Okay. So this is a reverse bias circuit diagram. So here also same procedure like forward bias only. By varying this RPS values, you can note down the voltmeter and ammeter readings. By using that readings, you can draw the graph. So when this voltage reaches to the particular voltage, then current will flows large value. This is like in reverse bias, this current is in microamperes. Okay, this is about forward bias and reverse bias circuit. So this one is PN junction diode. So it has two terminals. This one is positive terminal and this one is negative terminal. So observe here, this is ash color mark is there. Okay, so this side this is negative terminal and other side this positive terminal. Okay, positive and negative terminal. And this one is resistor. Okay, this resistor has some color codes. So in this one is 1 kilo ohm resistor. So see here, this color has brown, black and red. So brown shows 1, this black shows 0 and red shows 2. So what is the formula? AB into 10 power C. This is 3 band resistor. So for 3 band resistor formula is AB into 10 power C. So A color is brown, that is shows 1, and B color, second color is black, that shows 0. So 1 0 into 10 power 2, red shows 2. So 1 0 into 10 power 2, so 1000. So this resistor shows 1 kilo ohm resistor, and this one is PN junction diode, and this one is breadboard. So here we are connecting the circuit diagram. Next, this one is voltmeter and this one is ammeter. So voltmeter shows the voltage readings and ammeter shows current readings. And this one is RPS. This RPS range is 0 to 30 volts. So 0 to 30 volts, it varies up to 30 volts. Practically it shows 29.4 volts. So see here, complete 30 volts up to 30. So this is RPS. So we have circuit. So as for the circuit, we are connecting the circuit diagram. So first we have PN junction. So PN junction diode, this one. So positive terminal is connected to here and negative terminal is connected here. Okay, so P terminal and N terminal. Ash color shows this N terminal. Okay, so after that we have voltmeter. So voltmeter is connected parallel to the PN junction diode. So here we are connecting, see here, voltmeter, and this blue color white shows the positive terminal and this one is common terminal, negative terminal. So positive terminal is connected to positive terminal of the PN junction diode and negative terminal is connected to N terminal. Okay, so after that we have ammeter. So ammeter positive terminal is connected to negative terminal and negative terminal is connected to resistor. So see here, this one is ammeter. So see here also same, this blue terminal is connected to blue terminal is positive and this black is negative. So blue is connected to negative terminal. So negative terminal and black is connected to resistor. So this one is resistor. So resistor, one terminal is connected here and second terminal is connected to ground. So ammeter negative terminal is connected to resistor. Okay, this connection is over. After that, RPS connection. So RPS connection is positive terminal is connected to positive terminal of PN junction diode. So this one is RPS now. So this RPS, this red terminal is nothing but positive and this black terminal is negative. So positive terminal, red terminal is connected to PN junction diode positive terminal, P terminal, and black terminal is connected to common ground. This is ground line and this one is circuit connection here. So this is the circuit connection of PN junction diode. Okay. So already I explained the procedure. So by varying these RPS values, you can note down the voltmeter and ammeter readings. Okay. So see in practical. So by varying this is RPS now. So by varying this RPS value by using this coarse and fine knobs. Okay. So by varying this RPS value, you can note down the value of voltmeter and ammeter. So initially see here, so RPS 0 volts, this voltmeter and ammeter all are zeros. Okay. After that, so vary here. So I am varying here. So 0.1 volt. So this time this voltmeter reading is 0.1 and this ammeter is 0 here. So again, so see here again you can increase this RPS value. So this voltmeter reading shows but ammeter reading is 0. So the nothing but the PN junction diode does not conduct here till now. So again increase this voltage. So when this voltmeter reading shows 0.39 volts, so it conducts, PN junction diode conducts. So this current shows 0.01 milliamperes. So this voltage is called as cut-in voltage. From where it conducts, the PN junction diode is nothing but the cut-in voltage of PN junction diode. So 0.39 volts is the cut-in voltage of PN junction diode. So you can note down these values in the tabular column. So see in serial number, for initial values RPS is 0 and this voltmeter and ammeter readings is also 0. So when we are increasing these RPS values, so RPS is 0.1 volt and voltmeter is increased, slowly increased here, lightly, so it is like 0.2 volts and ammeter shows 0 only. So when it is increased, when RPS shows 0.39 volts and this voltmeter is 0.39 volts and ammeter shows 0.01 volt, 01 milliamperes. So this voltage is called as cut-in voltage. Cut-in voltage. Next again you can do the procedure like this only. So see here again you can increase here. Increase this also. So it shows 1.1 volt, 1.1 volts. This voltmeter shows 0.5 volts and ammeter reading shows 0.52 milliamperes. So this is 1 volt, this is 0.55 volts and this one is 0.53 milliamperes. Like this you have to do the experiment. Again increase this RPS value, this voltmeter and ammeter values also increase like this one. By using these two values, this voltmeter reading and ammeter reading, you can draw the graph. So by when we are increasing this voltage, so see here, so this 0 volts, 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.3, 0 0.4, 0 0.5. So when the 0.39 volts, voltmeter reading is 0.39 volts, this ammeter shows 0.01. So like that you have to do the graph. So 0.39 volts means up to here it is 0, current is 0. So when it is reached to the 0.39 volts, 0.39 volts, it conducts slowly. Okay, this is 0.1 milliamperes. Okay, this is called as cut-in voltage. Okay, again you have to increase this voltmeter reading and we can get the graph like this. This is the forward bias characteristics. Okay, so okay, this is the next reverse bias. This one is circuit diagram. Already I explained the operation and procedure in procedure. So in this, just the diode is in reverse connection. Both the forward bias circuit and reverse bias circuit both are same. Just the diode is in reverse connection. Okay, like that you have to do the experiment. So this is the circuit connection. So just this diode connect in reverse. Same place diode connect in reverse. Okay. Next, the experimental procedure is also same. By varying these RPS values, you can note down the values of voltmeter and ammeter. So in reverse bias condition, the ammeter readings will take in microamperes. That's why I am connecting here multimeter. So this multimeter it shows microamperes. So microamperes current. Okay, so same procedure. By varying this RPS, you can note down the values of voltmeter and ammeter. Okay, so as per procedure, by varying this RPS value, you can note down the values of voltmeter and ammeter readings. So see here, when the voltmeter shows 4.3 volts and this RPS shows 4.3 volts and voltmeter shows 4.35 and this ammeter shows 0.2 microamperes. So you can note down these three values in the tabular column. So voltmeter shows 0. So see here one more RPS 0.44 volts. This voltmeter is also shows 0.4 volts. Sorry, 4.59 volts. Ammeter 0.01 microamperes. Next, by varying this one, this voltmeter shows 4.99 volts and ammeter shows 0.3 volts. 4.99 volts and it shows 0.3 microamperes. Like that you have to do the experiment. When we are increasing this voltmeter value, current is also increased like this. So by using these two values, you can draw the graph.